Um, about 5 o'clock in the morning. Cannot sleep. So why not make a YouTube video? There's been a lot of talk recently about how to grow your YouTube channel, grow your Twitch content, and I just thought that there's a lot of similarities in between this and other elements that I work as. So I thought that we could do 5 ways to guarantee streaming and YouTube growth, which is going to be quite big. Let's turn around slightly so that I can actually, because at the moment it's 5 o'clock, as I said, and it's very quiet. I need to talk very quietly. 5 ways to guarantee streaming and YouTube growth, and one that you need to make sure that you're looking at personally. Number 1, planning. Most of the biggest achievements in history that we've done as a human race have been through monumental planning. And this doesn't stop at streaming or content creation. Plan your material out. Make sure that everything's up and running before you go on. Make sure that you've got everything switched on. Make sure that you've got like a little list that you go through before every single time you stream. If you're making YouTube videos, make sure that you've got the right equipment. If you've got new equipment, have a go at using it before you start shooting your material. Plan your material ahead of time. And if you're doing it, also shoot your material ahead of time. So that if you have to take time off for any reason, because you're ill, because you can't, because you want to go away somewhere, because you're not feeling it, then you can use your older material to come through. You don't need to sacrifice your regime just because you're off. There's one thing that I have been taught throughout the years to do with planning, and that's prior planning prevents poor performance. Well, you could use the 6 Ps of planning, but then that's a little bit rude, isn't it? That leads quite nicely into the next one of performance. Ensure that you're the best of your ability whenever you're creating your content. Ignore what I'm at the moment because, I don't know why I'm filming it now, but ensure that anyone who's watching your material will want to come back because you're at the best of your ability. If you're having an off day, if you're not feeling very well, if you don't think that you're going to record it very well, if you don't think that, if you're not feeling right, someone may not want to come back if they see that you're grumpy, annoyed, tired, especially if you can't control what's happening. Take the time off if you have to. Leading on to the next one is personal, which means for me is that make sure that your content portrays you. There's not many people who say this, but just remember, you are your biggest asset for your content. They're not coming in to watch the games normally. They're not coming in to even watch the YouTube normally. It's normally a good idea to have good content, but make sure that content reflects you. Don't sell yourself out if you're going to be doing something. Make sure that what you say is what you believe as well. Put your stamp on it as well. Make sure that you put your own little flair on it. Put your own way of, making sure that it's your content, because that's what makes it personal. That's what makes it you, rather than different, and it makes it different to every other person who's making it. There's 1,001 different people who put content of, let's play a game, let's put a gameplay through, let's do this, and just sits there playing it without even talking. Put your stamp on it. There's nothing wrong with using someone else's ideas either. Using them as an idea. But make sure that if you are copying them directly, probably a good idea to ask them or have permission from them, or at very least give them some credit for it. Trust me, you can be looked at very unfavourably if you get found out, because they believe that you're not using your own content. Number 4, persistence. If you can, keep uploading or keep streaming and keep to a schedule if you can. If you are online when you say you are, people are more likely to come in and tune in. If you say to them that you're going to do a schedule and half the time they're on your schedule, you're having time off. some people would look at that and go, well, he's obviously not trying hard enough. I don't know when to go and see him, so I'm not going to try. That being said, the schedule for some people is just, you can't do. So just make sure that you have a way of making sure that your viewers, your other friends and stuff like that can know when you're going to go live. Be that Twitter, Discord, be that updating your Twitch page to say what the schedule is properly. It's a good idea. The last one for this, to make sure that you've got growth, is patience. Very, 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 very few people have become an overnight success on YouTube or Twitch. Yeah, there's sometimes been people who've been a little bit lucky, people have been found out, people have been Twitter trolled, or, become famous for a viral video, and that's how they become famous. But they often also put the graft in before they have done that. They've often done the months, the years before that one thing kicked them off. I mean, putting it bluntly, the likelihood of every single streamer becoming big is very small, but this shouldn't discourage you. Harris Heller had to grow on YouTube after Vine shut down. He had to restart it pretty much all over again. Sam Woodhull took a year of content creation, took a year of doing his other people's videos before he was found on Alpha Gaming, and he's seen the growth that he's seen recently. Mr. Beast was creating on YouTube for 8 years before he can start using the numbers that he's been using recently. No one is an overnight success. Put in the time needed to grow. And also, that being said, never underestimate the time needed to put a content schedule together. For example, streaming 4 times a week for 4 hours, then having 2 hours of planning and filming for a YouTube video, and then possibly up to 12 hours of editing. That's all of a sudden 30 hours a week. 30 hours a week is almost another part-time job. Is almost a full-time job. It's 3/4 of the way to a full-time job. Not everyone can keep at it, but if you can keep at it, that's going to be a good one. Anyway, one thing that isn't going to guarantee you growth, but one thing that makes sure that you do is pause. Pause, have breaks, take time away when you can, for little bits, for holidays, for, just to leave your brain readjust, recoup, leave yourself to be recuperating. Make sure you have your rest time. It's not an endless grind where you wake up, make content all day, go back to sleep every single day, 7 days a week. I wish I could do that, and I could be putting out a YouTube video every day and still stream. But unfortunately, I have life, I have work, and I don't have all the ideas in my head already. Content ideas need to be come into your head. They need to be thought of before acting upon. When you're editing, streaming, working a job, doing another video, it doesn't just spring into your head when you need to do another video, what an idea is, what you need to do for that. It doesn't give you time to think of good, effective content for your streams or YouTube video. Take some time off each week. Do something you enjoy that isn't content creation. And that will mean that you'll give yourself some time to come up with ideas. Unless you're one of those geniuses who has a shower and can come up with an idea every single time they have a shower. Anyway, I need to go back to get some sleep because it's 5:15 in the morning. I hope you've had a good time. Just remember, guys, stream on Twitch Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays, 6 PM, normally GMT now, because clocks have gone back. And thank you for listening for this long if you have. By the way, if you want to ask me anything, come into my Twitch streams. Also, there's a Discord server in the link below. Twitter, Instagram. Go and follow all of those up, because I want to help you guys as much as me. As much as I can. I'm tired. Look at those bags on boys, jeez. Anyway, right. I'm off to bed. See you later.